8:35 on a Tuesday morning on KCMO. It is always a great morning when you're with us and we're with you. And it is that time of the week, so let's roll it.
It's time for Tirade Tuesday on 95.7 FM and 710 AM KCMO.
Are you talking to me?
How dare you?
It's morning, so it's Mundo.
All right, I don't much care on the content. This is your segment. Let's start it off with Steve. He is in Kansas City. Steve, what's your tirade? Let it rip.
Oh, P, man, I gotta say that that Eclipse was sort of overrated yesterday. Unless you're in the path of totality, I thought it was a big nothing burger. But my other nomination is the NCAA DEI March Madness, who proclaimed a woman as swimmer of the year. I've got to give a special citation to a special girl who stands alone, Angel Reese, who was crying her crocodile tears after losing, and then doubled down. The ultimate sign of a loser, when it looked like Caitlin Clark was going to win the national championship, she couldn't help herself but start tweeting nasty things, which she'll never admit to. So it just reveals. The DEI education reveals all. It's really not her fault. She's just been brainwashed into having a head of mush. But the brilliant Jason Whitlock makes the point that Caitlin should really just come back to Iowa and finish her season with get $20 million in free promotion money, and just stay out of the WNBA for a while, because it's obvious it's a toxic environment. They're all jealous and coming for her, and she's not gonna be any bigger than she is now. So
yeah,
go
all
back to
well
Iowa,
said.
Caitlin.
Thank you very much there, Steve.
All
As the
right.
Babylon Bee wrote yesterday, Caitlin Clark to retire from the spotlight and enter the WNBA. All right, 913-408-7957. Let's go to Mary in Prairie Village. What's up, Mary? What's your tirade? Go ahead.
Good morning. For the second year in a row, the Prairie Village City Council has donated this year $2,500. I believe it was $3,000 last year to the Shawnee Mission East High School graduation party. To me, this is favoritism. There are at least 5 other high schools in this area. I called Shawnee Mission District and spoke to Dave Smith to verify that the majority of students in Prairie Village go attend Shawnee Mission East, and I was told that was a complicated question. He didn't have that information. I feel like this is a very frivolous and unnecessary expense. Schools will always allow a student to attend a party if they don't have the money, and they can have fundraisers. I think students need to buy their own party just like other high schools do.
All right, that's Mary. I didn't know about that, but that's a good tirade. That's what the segment's for, especially when you're bringing something to the table on an issue we don't know much about. That's very good. We'll have to follow up on that and see what that's all about. 913-408-7957 on a Tirade Tuesday. Jonathan in Kansas City, what's your tirade? Go.
How you doing, Pete?
I'm doing well, Jonathan. Let her rip, my man.
All right. So my tirade is I just finished preparing and printing my tax return, and I'll be mailing that out. And I have a couple of side businesses, so I have to do Schedule C. And I don't know if you do your own taxes. I know a lot of people do, or if they're not doing it, prepare to do it. And it makes you wonder, like, how our system got to be the way that it is. It is just the most complicated thing I don't know how you would come up with a cockamamie system like we have now. And the amazing part is most people agree with that, and yet nobody ever wants to fix it.
Yeah. That's everything about what you said there, Jonathan, is so true, so well thought out. Used to do the taxes when they were simpler. Kate's an attorney by trade, so that used to be her line of work. We used to do them, take care of them, but they got a little more complicated in recent years due to some, businesses and things of that nature. So now we've got a great accountant. He does an awesome job, and I agree. It's a headache I don't really want to deal with anymore. 913-408-7957 on a Tirade Tuesday. Mike in Kansas City. Mike, what's your tirade?
Yeah, the Democrats and gun control. Recently in New York, they arrested 7 illegals that were actually felons and criminals in their own country where they came in here illegally. They had, about a half a dozen firearms and probably 3,000 rounds of ammunition, and they let them go. They let them walk. And the bodega owner who disarmed a guy who was going to kill him and stabbed him with his own knife, the prosecutor in New York City wanted to charge him with second-degree murder. Are you recalling that?
Yeah.
It looks like the Democrats only want gun laws for people who don't commit crimes. And if you're a criminal and you're one of their people, they want those ignored.
Yeah, it seems like that's how it goes in too many cases, Mike. Thank you very much on a Tirade Tuesday. 913-408-7957. Phones are open for you. Larry, Prairie Village. What's your tirade, Larry? Go.
Oh, this could be an example of Trump derangement syndrome, but I really don't think so. With Trump referring to those poor innocent lamb January 6 hostages, that when he is elected, he's going to pardon all of them and turn them out into the street. Well, that pretty well kills the pro-law enforcement thing. You're letting, complete reprobates like that constructed they were trying to hang Mike Pence out front with a gallows. Then they bust through, they rough up the cops. Now they're in jail for doing a very serious crime, but Trump refers to them as hostages. And how anybody could vote for the reprobate Trump the list goes on and on. You can write volumes about this guy, but that's the latest outrage. That's my tirade.
All right, Larry, keep that yard sign up and running there, big boy, okay? That's all I got for you here. You're not going to bait me. I know you wanted to. It's not Argue with Pete segment. It is Tirade Tuesday, so you get the floor. 913-408-7957. Larry waving that flag high and proud there in Prairie Village. Keep that sign up as well. Paul in Kansas City, what's your tirade, Paul? Go.
Hey, Mike, yesterday, Dearborn, Michigan, Americans shouted death to America. Remember, Pete, it's only 11 years since 2 American citizens radicalized Islam bombed the Boston Marathon. And I haven't heard any repudiation from the White House. I haven't heard anybody in Kansas City repudiate what was said yesterday on the streets of America. We better keep our head on a swivel, Pete.
Paul, thank you very much. Tirade Tuesday in the books. Well done by everybody.